Hey, what's going on? It is your boy, KQKC Boxing. The OG. Hell, triple OG. Ha! Yes, sir, I'm throwing down another video. This is what I do. Now, normally I throw down a video, do my live stream at 12:30 p.m. Central Time, and probably throw down another video before the end of the day. But it's something bothering me to put this out. Not as a live stream, but I will elaborate on all my videos in the live stream at 12:30 p.m. right after Fanai International Boxing. Now, let's clean house for a minute, all right? Before I get to Anthony Joshua and the whole debacle. Now, it's a young man out of the state of Michigan. Now, don't know too much about him, but I seen or thought he was a good guy. Sometimes you cannot judge a book by his cover. And sometimes, I will repeat this also on my live stream. That way more people will be tuning in. But when you hate on somebody, now, he might not call it hate because your brain works like that. See, you think you might know something. You can't nobody in the world convince you that you don't. I forgot what my daughter said, what they call people like that. See, when you in a position like we are, when we have a YouTube channel, you're going to have people that disagree. We're going to have people that only care about one certain fighter or maybe two certain fighters. We're going to have fanboys. You're going to have trolls. You're going to have all the adversities of a YouTube channel. You have fighters that face adversity. You have fighters that make adjustments. You have to do the same with your channel. I'm no expert. I'm not even at 1,000 yet. I have 50 more to go. But the point I'm trying to make is this. Smile. Smile sometimes. You know? Don't shit on other channels. You call it telling like it is. But all you're trying to do is deep down inside, subconsciously, get back at the person you're mad at. I have much respect for Black Fight Fan. I have much respect. He's not a whack. Trill boxing talk. He's not. See, sometimes you have to be careful who you choose as your friend, as your acquaintance. Sometimes you have to be careful who you choose as your motherfucking mate. And when you mess with one LDBC, you know how it go because you used to be one. Do you mess with all of us? Now, I respect you as a man. I respect your boxing knowledge. But we all have boxing knowledge. Ain't not one subscribers can tell you I ever never brought them the current state of boxing. Yes, I might say this, I might say that, but everybody that subscribe to KQKC knows I'm all about the fundamentals. The beginning, how you grew, how you are growing, keeping an eye on fighters that I don't know. And no, many of us in the LDBC, we don't look at race. It just happened to be mostly or predominantly black. But it doesn't matter when you step in that square circle. You can be black or white. It doesn't matter. Look at Calvin Plant. Sweetness. I respect him. I respect him wholeheartedly. Now, Tyson Fury, I respect him, but only to a certain extent. See, I keep it real. Also, my brother. Yes, Tyson Fury, I respect him overcoming his mentality problems, his mental issues, if he overcame them. I respect him for his alcoholism. How he loved to drink that motherfucking cheap ass gin. I respect him on the cocaine allegedly binge. See, I respect that. But I don't respect him as a fighter, as a negotiator, as a person who has the heart to get right back in there. Now, the picture you see in front of you is Anthony Joshua. We all know that Anthony Joshua and the young man, or the man standing next to him, is not going to make it. Because Anthony Joshua, now deep down inside, I really believe he wanted to fight Wilder. And maybe he had that on his mind. Maybe he was looking around to see what's Wilder in the crowd. I don't know. But what I do know, that man that's standing to his left don't care about him. That's just like the man I was talking about earlier from Michigan. You one way, then you're another. Now, if you want to latch on to his channel, hey, I don't knock nobody's channel, and I don't want nobody knocking mine. Then be my guest. But remember, the LDBC, we do not, and I repeat again, we do not tell you a lie. We're not going make up shit just to get subs, because the subs is there. The subs is waiting to listen. The subs is waiting for you to listen. It's not one time I sat there and listened to Black Fight Fan TV or 78 Sports. He's the one that started this whole LDBC. I talked to him this morning and told him how I was feeling. That video that he made, it just didn't sit right with me. Because I have talked with this guy. He was a member of the LDBC. He has shouted out my channel many times. I have a wrench on his channel. Now, to answer the question that's at hand, he said that all the LDBC channels gonna talk about Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder till they nothing else they can talk about. When have you known KC Boxing put out a video or a live stream on one particular fighter or fighters. Yes, I have done it. Yes, no problem. Just the other day, I talked about Josh Kelly. I just thought about Katie Kelly. How it was a robbery. How they got robbed without a gun. Remember that? So, you are not the only one that knows about boxing. I know about boxing. I grew up on boxing. My memory ain't like it used to be from the past. But I tell you this, and I guarantee you this. We, the LDBC, we, the Lions Den boxing community, we will stay together and we will prevail. No matter what you call fake chill boxing talk. That fake chill boxing talk surpassed your channel within a couple weeks. That shows you who he has. That shows you who subscribed. You know why? Because I know how haters, they go to channels that hate on the LDBC. They go to the channels that feed, they feed off that shit. They love to hear that shit. Don't be fooled, people. Don't be hoodwinked by that, people. Don't be led astray by that, people. Now, again, Anthony Joshua, he needs time. Now, they say time doesn't wait for anyone. But there's one person I held to respect, but now I'm not very sure now. And that's Frank Warren. Now, of course, I took up a little more time than I wanted to on that subject. I wasn't able to give my commentary because it's not a live stream, it's a video, but it was bothering me. It did not sit right with me. I talked to 78 Sports this morning at 6:55 Central Time. That's early. But I had to vent. Now, this wasn't a video today, but it was a video in the last couple days. And I just didn't like it. You want to check it out, go right ahead. But I'm not going to mention his name. Not on my channel. He doesn't get no play here. But he's not hard to find. He's the chubby guy that's from Michigan. Preferably Detroit. The city that had to lose everything. Went bankrupt. Don't even have a mayor. They had to have someone to oversee that Detroit. That Detroit that lost over 1 million something citizens who shut out to the suburban areas. I know because I have family members there. So, with Anthony Joshua, I will elaborate a little more when my live stream comes. But I have to say this. I had to say it, and I apologize because when I do my videos, I give you my commentary. Then I give you theirs, like boxing scene. Shout out to them. Shout out to Seconds Out. Shout out to them. Now, since I have time, Frank Warren, like I said, he has been a big help to Al Haymon. He showed him around London. He shows who's who and what's what. And Al Haymon came out of there with a great deal with ITV. While Eddie Hearn was over here lying not only to us, not only to the UK people, but to Anthony Joshua. Now, don't get this twisted. Anthony Joshua, he did not grow up the hard way. Eddie Hearn did not grow up the hard way. Now, of course, Eddie Hearn had more money growing up than Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, he has been through his trials and tribulations, but not as black men in America. We go through getting shot in the back. We get shot for reaching for a cell phone. We get shot for reaching for our registration. We get shot and beat down with just a knife in our hand. Now, of course, you can take a knife from a man without killing him. That's facts. That's facts. And not only that, you know, sometimes you get pulled over and they call it driving while black. Now, this is not no racism. That's just telling you that Eddie Hearn and his father, and as he mentioned, Barry Hearn, he mentioned a slave master. And Eddie Hearn backed it up. He co-signed, as the young people would say. This is the wrong place for Anthony Joshua. Yes, Louise is with PBC, but Anthony Joshua needs to reevaluate Mr. Crackler, his trainer. He needs to reevaluate his promoter. And we all know his name. Well, that's just a little bit of my commentary. Let me just get to what they said. All right? Now, this is from Frank Warren. And he explains why Joshua's shocker was evident before. In other words, the shit was bound to happen. Now, it is difficult to know where to start when it comes to assessing the heavyweight landscape after the shock outcome in New York between Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz, and that was over the weekend. Now, I have rated, I'll read this. I think the first thing that should be pointed out in offering up a few thoughts is that I do so with no hidden agenda. I take absolutely no pleasure in seeing a British world champion lose his belts, whatever promotional ties he might have. Now, a lot of people in the LDBC, I try to tell them I don't want to shit on a fighter when he's down. I don't want to kick a fighter when he's down. Sure, Anthony Joshua knew a lot of shit was going on, I understand sometimes the elevator don't go to the top, but hell, it stopped on the middle floor and he knew something about it. Now, I'm not going to mention no names, but it's brothers in the LDBC say, you know what? Fuck Anthony Joshua. Fuck him. They should have hit him with a motherfucker and kicked him, while he was down. But that's the thing. That goes to show you, everybody in the LDBC don't think alike. Because I don't believe in that. I believe in karma. But karma will get your ass back every time. And the seeds that you plant, I believe in that. That's my quote. The seeds that you plant is the fruit that you will fucking harvest. I'm serious about this, people. I'm serious about this, subscribers. This is KQ, KC Boxing. I'm going to give you straight boxing talk. Yeah, sure. I might say a few words that might be inappropriate to the younger viewers. That's why I said you have to be 18 and older, and you have to subscribe at your own risk. For the simple fact that I'm going to say what I want to say. And I already explained to you. I know how to turn it on, and I damn sure know how to turn it off. Now, I don't mean to rush through this, but I have rated Joshua very high since seeing him in his amateur days. And it is no secret that I had tried my hardest to sign him. And he's right. He did. He did. He tried his best to sign Anthony Joshua, long time ago. But, he didn't have no success of doing that, And when he turned professional, this was after the 2012 Olympics success, which was held over there in London, but unfortunately got pimped at the post. It has to be said, however, that the warning signs of what transpired at Madison Square Garden have been evident for some time now. Of course it has. See, that's why I made this video, because I like this article. This article is basically telling you what went on in the UK, how this relationship came about. The two in front of you, this man stopped him from making $50 million guaranteed dollars. Sorry, I had to take a sip of my coffee. But understand this. It has to be said, like he said. I felt probably since the Dylan White fight that he hasn't improved his defenses as a professional. He has remained with his amateur trainer, and along with many others, I suspect. I was surprised by the dialogue between them in between rounds. I'm sure there will be an inquest by Joshua, and he will have some big questions to answer. One, for me, would be his trainer. Hello. KQKC said that. He has continued to train at the Team GB facility up in Sheffield. And from what you hear, most of the time, he has been working with the amateurs up there, who have provided the bulk of his sparring. See, Frank Warren don't have no dog or no fight in this motherfucker. He's already Eddie Hearn's cash cow. So, of course, he's not going to break that contract or buy out of that contract. If he wanted to buy out, Hearn wouldn't do it. I'm sorry. Just like Floyd. Your Tank would say, look, I'm tired of sitting at home eating crackers, getting fat. Well, first of all, you need to have your ass in the gym. That ain't Floyd's fault. That's yours. But if he did have the money, would Floyd let him go? No. He want all the gusto. Yes. He want everything. So, as I Move on. The fact Joshua uses publicity-funded facilities and trainer as a highly rewarded professional, I don't think is right anyway. But that is another matter. You should not be training with an amateur in sparring. You should not be training. You should not be working out. You should not be sparring with amateurs. You need to bring in a true non-bar, holds bar heavyweight. Somebody big. Somebody that will wear you down. Someone that can prepare you. Now, you can break it down and have a sparring partner just for speed. Or you can have a partner or a sparring partner for leaning on you, the weight part. You can have a sparring partner for the rushing in part. Or you can have all in one. Or 3 or 2. It depends how much money you want to spend for them. See, that's Eddie Hearn. See, he don't want no more money going out nowhere. He wants to keep everything. Every motherfucking thing. Now, then I ain't gonna be too much longer. Just let me say this, all right? Now, I'm not a long-winded guy. I try not to be. Suffering defeat in such a manner to Ruiz did come as a surprise, but the vulnerability of Joshua has been there for all to see over a number of fights. Now, he has been clipped by a good few opponents, and nothing, I mean nothing, seems to take or have been done to minimize that risk. Other words, he haven't changed. His trainer has not been on his job. No, he hasn't, people. I'm sorry. There's no way that a amateur should be sparring with a professional. There's no way. I know for a fact that there's heavyweights out there you can spar with. But sometimes, when you have someone coming in there and hit you with that left, and you still walking, you still has a concussion. But sometimes you have to get it checked out. So, with that, I'm basically I'm done with that article. You know, I mean, it is what it is, people. You know, I like the article. It was very truthful, and like I say, I like Frank Warren. It's just that his client, he allowed him to make that bullshit announcement. Now, we gotta understand one more thing. Yes, Anthony Joshua, he does need to regroup. He do needs to think about what he did wrong. And I do, and pray, and hope that I won't have that problem. So with that, that's all I have for you. You know, the young man in Michigan, we all know who we're talking about. Now, many say he live in his mama's basement. But hey, if it works for him, let it work for him. I have my basement set up as a office, sitting room, laundry room, where you iron, wash, and dry. Fucking laundry, man. I don't do that shit. You know? And I have a bedroom. So, therefore, of course, that room is for my son because he likes to lay down and watch cable all fucking night and run my light. Anyway, but you feel me. You feel me. Yes. So, Mr. Hearn, Mr. Joshua, together in front of you. I wish I had some scissors and I cut it up, and it's time for them to split up. But this debut in December. Now, one of my subscribers enlightened me with that. And I looked it up. And not in no dictionary, nothing like that. I looked up different fighters and different fights in the UK. And he's right. The UK people love a comeback story. A comeback story. Yes. Eddie Hearn never won a purse bid. Never won a purse bid here in the States. But I got news for you. I guarantee you that rematch is not going to be in California. It won't be in the Barclays Center. It will be in the UKAO Arena of Wimbledon. I guarantee you that. You will have thousands and thousands and thousands. Sweet Caroline. Oh, 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 oh. Man, look. Most of these fighters got rappers or whatever coming in. Shut the fuck up with the Sweet Caroline. All right? Now, if I'm wrong, please let me know and I will apologize. But the song is about a hoe. A song is about a whore. Huh? Yeah? Huh? Yeah? You know how they talk. Yeah? So, with that, yeah. I'm KQ, yeah. C, boxing, yeah. So, if you like the content of this video, feel free to subscribe to this channel. You will get notified each and every time I do a live stream. And keep in mind that I have 50 subscribers and I need 50 more to get over that 1,000 subscriber threshold. So, with that, you always can get in contact with KQKC by just hitting show more at the end of this video or any other video. You have my Twitter account, my email, my Gmail. You name it, I have it. And I do check it. Unless I'm on the road or doing something else. But with that, that's all I have for you right now. Now, I didn't mean to take up your time. I really didn't. Because, I try not to do videos this long. But you got to respect Anthony Joshua. I can't take that away from him. He has 22 fights and 1 loss, 23 fights and 1 loss. I can't take that from him. No one can. He did a great job in the Olympics. But that doesn't mean you carry your trainer with you to the pros. His job is to train amateur. You're not an amateur anymore. You're a prize fighter. Just like I said, food for thoughts. And with that, KQ, KC, about to hit another one. Oh, did I forget to tell you that you can catch my show 6:30 p.m. today, Monday through Friday. 12:30 p.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday. And on Sundays, I co-host with Blood Boxing. We're co-hosts too for non-international boxing, who is the host. OG Boxing, 45 and older. Do you feel me? Understand me? And with that, that's all I have for you. Well, at least right now. So, peace and love to the chat. I'm out of here.